It's my pleasure to welcome you here to Freie Universität on this historical and future-oriented research campus in Dahlem. We have gathered here today to discuss possibilities for strategic development and management of research for the next decades. This is an issue that requires more than a few days, so we will only be able to make preliminary surveys of the vast range of potential topics.
There is some increased use of foresight, dialogue-oriented methods and discourse activities within the science system. They are used by almost all actors, even if they don't say that. There are research institutions doing strategic planning exercise. There are ministries and parliaments commissioning some sort of technology assessment studies. There are associations like the European Science Foundation or Science Europe trying to develop certain roadmaps, and they do it for the discourse with the stakeholders and the partners.
Strategic planning of research is changing, is part of the turn to the entrepreneurial university and is changing this institutional precondition for flourishing science. Very important is that we understand scientific knowledge as a public good, not as a private good. But the turn of the university into an enterprise changes this idea of knowledge, scientific knowledge as a public good, into a private good, to invest in order to get returns.
It's a really interesting meeting because so far what we are discussing is what is the future direction of research. So what I find interesting about the meeting is that you don't see in the program really big talks, but the people is getting to get into communication, establishing connections and giving the ideas.
We are faced now at this period with a quite severe economic crisis, and I think that what is needed is to streamline our activities and possibly some sort of order has to be put more in, let's say, the applied research than in the curiosity-driven one, because there is a tendency to attack maybe too much that part of the picture.
When we discuss about strategic planning, we have quite obviously to see that we act here in a multi-actor system. So this means goals are not only set by the federal government, goals are set quite obviously in industrial research by companies, goals are set by independent research organizations like Fraunhofer, Helmholtz, of course in the universities. So there's a trend in policy to coordinate, to take something like an holistic approach with what's advocated by innovation researchers many years before and try to implement that in real policy.
For me, the primary function of a university is to educate young people. I favor the American system in which a department as a group, many faculty, take responsibility for collectively educating their graduate students, and the planning is basically within the department, where the critical step is what shall we offer in terms of a curriculum for our students, and who will be the next people that we hire. Once that person arrives, he or she is free to pursue what he or she thinks is most important.
Many developing countries are inspired or have been inspired by the research model from Europe and from North America. However, there is a reality check. Many developing countries, when they're talking about this planning research, come to their mind is trade-off. And that is between creating new knowledge by investing hugely in cutting-edge technologies, or to invest in importing and adapting existing technology which could improve the quality of life.
The fact that chance sometimes leads to success does not make institutional planning unnecessary. On the contrary, universities and other research institutions can only continue to achieve excellent results if they succeed in planning their actions. Research must remain autonomous and open to surprise. However, as a president of an outstanding university, I also believe that we need planning in order to ensure precisely this autonomy of research.